She found the glass in front of her somewhat strange, so she slowly extended her hands and touched it carefully. A red light flashed, and she instantly lost consciousness. When she woke up again, she found herself back home in the community, with her husband busy in the kitchen preparing dinner. He appeared flustered, as if desperately trying to hide some guilt. Alice tentatively asked her husband how she had gotten home. Her husband said that when she came home from work, he found her sleeping in the room, so he decided to prepare dinner himself. Since her husband didn't seem to be lying, Alice told him everything she had seen and heard that day. Her husband insisted that she had simply had a dream. The whole incident was so bizarre that Alice couldn't tell whether it was a dream or reality, and finally chose to believe her husband. The next day, while Alice was busy with housework, the telephone suddenly rang. She picked up the receiver. It was the girl calling. The girl had discovered that Alice had entered the desert and wanted to team up with her to escape. Although Alice sensed something was wrong, she still chose to believe her husband and hung up decisively. She thought this would be the end of it. During her afternoon exercise class, something strange happened again. Alice suddenly discovered that her reflection in the mirror had become the girl, as if the other person had gained her own consciousness. The next second, she began frantically hitting the glass with her head, as if trying to escape from some invisible cage. Alice's screams frightened everyone around her. She looked around and found everyone staring at her with strange looks, as if looking at a monster. When she looked at the mirror again, everything had returned to normal. What had just happened felt so real. Fear made her want to flee. Just as she was about to reach her front door, she saw an even more disturbing scene. The girl stood motionless on the high rooftop, her gaze vacant. Alice was about to call for her to come down when she witnessed a terrible scene. Alice was terrified and could barely breathe. When she came to her senses and wanted to check on the girl's condition, she was forcibly dragged away by security guards who suddenly appeared. That evening, Alice told her husband about the girl. Her husband casually said that the girl had simply fallen while cleaning windows, and after getting a few stitches at the hospital, she was fine. Alice didn't believe it at all, because she had witnessed the girl choose to end her own life. How could she be okay? Why would her husband lie? To find out what the girl was really doing, Alice asked her husband about the specific details of his work. Her husband refused to reveal any information, citing company confidentiality, and even became furious at Alice's persistent questioning. He was about to get a promotion and raise, and didn't want his wife's nonsense to affect his future. Seeing this, Alice had no choice but to give up. That night, she had a nightmare about falling into the bottom of a bottomless lake. The feeling of panic and helplessness was so real that she woke up with a start. She decided to find the answers herself.